incredibly sad. Incredibly sad.
I don't like it here. You wouldn't like it. Nobody likes it. Nobody likes it here.
So, first episode of your return comes back tomorrow, right? With or without Jeff?
We'll record tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to release tomorrow.
With or without Jeff?
With or without Jeff.
I say, I'm off tomorrow, so I'll come in the morning.
Yeah, I called him at like 8 o'clock, or 7:45, sorry, yesterday. And then messaged him several times, and then he didn't message me back until like noon almost. He was like, I was asleep. I'm like, we were supposed to pod today, Jeff. Granted, it would have been a shortened pod, but
Still, I did an episode of Kaiju last night.
how long has it been since you did that?
About a month and a half. I kind of gave like a short update about what's going on, and told anybody who's been listening to our other podcast, 15 Minutes in Hell, you know what's going on. And everybody else who doesn't, welcome back. So, yeah, I did probably like a 20 minutes like podcast on Skull Island. Then and then we did a little. Then I probably streamed for about an hour.
What'd you play?
Just something quick, easy. I was because Jess wanted me to come up to her place. Oh,
Was it worth the trip?
kinda. But I can't discuss that on this one because eventually, if she just decides to listen, I don't want to die. But no, I wanted to play trying to continue with. I'm taking a tiny break away from Mega Man because after playing 5 games in a row.
Yeah, it's a little old.
Yeah, it's like the 5th one is different. It's completely different from what I've played before. So I'm just taking a little break for a minute, because I know the moment I start playing again, I'm going to get back
Are you
in.
just playing regular Mega Man?
No, I'm playing Mega Man Battle Network.
That's right.
Yeah. The 5th one is kind of a mix between
The greatest Mega Man game ever made, that ever will be made, is Mega Man 2.
Mega Man 2 is pretty good.
I would die on that hill.
Is probably the best of the original Mega Man games.
It's the best Mega Man game, period.
I wanted to play a little bit of Skyrim, but it would have took about 2 hours to download on the Switch.
Good lord.
Well, on her internet connection. For mine, it would have took about 30 minutes, but I was like, I don't want to take the time. But I ended up doing a little bit, watching, cleaned a little bit, cooked, watch the new episode of Futurama, which was amazing.
It was good. It was good. I can't wait for next week's episode because Santa Claus is on.
Zoidberg and Bender fight Santa.
Yes.
The new episode, it does feel like we're back at old Futurama. We're kind of back at back at it.
Yeah, it's good. I did like how they're still using the iPhones in their eyes, because it was like, oh yeah, that did happen.
Well, it was mom devices, so how much more does mom need to go through? Let's be honest. How much does mom truly control in the world? She controls all the robots.
Well, now she controls the universe.
With shopping. Seems like mom has a legit is. Who do you think is actually better, Jeff Bezos or mom?
Who's a better human being?
Yeah.
Probably Mom.
Because let's be honest, who do you think's richer, Mom or Bezos? Mom is definitely richer now. Because she owns,
She owns Mamazon.
she owns Mamazon. She owns the Mom Droid.
I just don't get in this episode how nobody recognizes each other. Because not only does Mom and Hubert not interact at all. Like there's no there's always something there, anytime ever.
Yeah, it's like
Not
they're
this. And then the Crushinator's dad, he's just buddy with Fried Bender. Bender tried to run off with his beautiful robot daughter, the Crushinator.
let bygones be bygones.
That's what they should have said.
But also, it's like he never really had a problem with Fry. It was Bender was the one.
He makes no mention of this.
But also, we probably got there are some old writers that I think are trying that kind of keep the canon together.
I don't know. I feel like the voice actors can keep it canon. I mean, but I feel like not all the writers have seen all of Futurama,
Yeah.
and it shows. They need to sit down and watch all of that time, and then you can write your episodes.
But it does feel like we are at old time Futurama, because at the newer stuff, there was a lot of mentions to other things of callbacks and stuff. But this one, I feel like it feels like we're back to original Futurama, where there's not as many.
Well, we had Al Gore,
We did
first Emperor of the Moon.
Yeah, we did have Al Gore
I warned you about this.
and Sheriff Farley.
Sheriff Farley.
Yeah, the Don Knotts, the Don Knotts-esque character, who is the Sheriff of the Moon.
I don't remember this character at all.
He showed up a few episodes, briefly, but yeah, he was the cowboy in the episode, when they're in the saloon and stuff in the meeting. Yeah, that was Sheriff Farley, the Don Knotts-esque character. You also saw the Moon mascot.
Well, yeah.
He had a lot more lines than normal, and not as depressed.
There were no whalers on the moon. You can't have a moon-centric episode and have no whalers.
Or at least one of the robot. You know what?
Yeah, one of the robot whalers.
I
Hey, Bender! I graduated high school with that guy.
No, I think it would have been a lot funnier if they were working at Mamazon.
Yes! We're whalers at Mamazon! Yeah. It would have been perfect. But it's I think it's because you've got a couple of guys, Matt Groening and whoever, that are let's do an episode about Mom being Amazon, and then you have these young writers who have not seen all of Futurama write the episode. I'm like, I need whalers on the moon.
It was good to see a lot of the old Hedonism bot working the line with Bender.
Poor Hedonism bot. He's fallen on hard times.
Ever since the
accident.
the accident.
There were bodies everywhere, and then the explosion happened.
Him and Gandhi. Ever since his
Zombie should have worked there too.
Well, Zombie's dead. If I'm not mistaken. I think it was.
Did he die in the explosion?
Yes. It was their bachelor. It was what, his bachelor party?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'm pretty sure.
A nuclear powered stripper's core went critical.
I'm
Hedonism bot was going to settle down and marry a nice house in the suburbs.
Maybe that was Jumbie. Jumbie blew up in the house. That's sick. Also, how much money does Fry and Leela make anymore?
I know, I'm sure they're going like, they're ordering a fuckload of shit from Amazon, and
Either it's so incredibly cheap, or like that's like, because I was thinking like, is Fry still rich?
no.
Like, cause that's no. Well, I'm thinking it's like, did Mom ever give the money back to him or anything?
No, Fry's not rich.
Well, cause like he was rich at one point,
You had $4.5 billion, something like that.
and then Mom stole it all.
Huh?
You know, and like, and I'm thinking like all the press projects. It's like where Fry got the money, like may have gotten his money, because like, you know, residuals are from Poplars, where he sang the theme song, and being the discoverer of Poplars.
Yeah, but they can't. Fishy Joe's doesn't sell Poplars anymore.
Well, this residuals from the old, like, you know, like as much as that sold for how long, he had to get, like, you know, they had to get some sort of money from.
Well, yeah, because Fishy Joe's gave him $1 a dozen.
Yeah.
And he was going to charge $2 a dozen. So yeah, no, they would have made a ton of money off of Poplars.
And they were making, like, because that's the thing.
So let's say because Fry took his Poplar money and blew it on Slurm. Let's say that Leela took her Poplar money, invested it in the stock market.
Well, because also Bender got a cut of it. Because also you got to remember, they're living in Bender's apartment.
Yeah.
That's Bender's place. And if I'm like, in robots get free living, I would have, like, because that's the thing. I would assume robots live for free. Because Mom
They don't. They have apartments. They rent.
Well, like, that's the thing, but how much they would pay for it, because let's be honest, Mom probably owns the building.
Probably. And so Mom is going to charge them as much as she can possibly get away with.
That's why Bender's always stealing. Yes, he has to pay for his rent. That's the thing, because I was like legit thinking just like, because like either that or he invested in Slurm.
No, Fry doesn't invest in anything. Fry's too stupid. Leela maybe.
Well, no, also I'm thinking this, because like, remember when Fry owned a little bit of Planet Express.
That was only because the CEO guy from the 80s.
But also the CEO from the 80s also knew how to invest, so he probably said, hey, he probably talked Fry and said, hey, invest in this, this, and this. Do it.
And then Bender would have stolen her vote. Because I can't remember the exact episode, but it is mentioned that Bender has Fry's power of attorney. So Bender would have stolen everything. So no, none of that money is Fry. The only money that Fry could possibly get is if he gets a stipend from Trisol for having been emperor. That's it.
That possibility where he survived. He's also a war veteran.
Yeah, so he might get a pension for that.
He survived 2 wars, if I'm not mistaken.
Two
But-
wars.
The Great Ball War
From Planet Spheron.
and the Great War from the Bender's Big Game. That's a thing.
But thinking of like war and stuff, that episode with Zach Brannigan, it's like when they order those lamps, she orders the lamp and he's like, or this one, it's a Zach Brannigan lamp, and
Yeah.
Leela has no reaction to this. It's like the writers are just totally unaware of the previous interactions all these characters have had with one another.
They just don't
She
care anymore.
Hates Zach Brannigan.
Well, she doesn't hate him as much.
According to what?
Well, since I want to say like probably since like the movies or until like, you know, where the Adam and Eve episode.
She would hate him even more. And then he tried to marry her mom. You don't